Yo, yo, yo. Games Radio in this piece. Bam. I'm sporting the NY. Yo, Frank Abney over here.
Yo, hello, good morning, everyone. My name is Tim Brown. Good to see you guys today on this lovely Tuesday, lovely Wednesday. My mistake, July
Say
21st.
Tuesday. I don't even know what day it is, man. But because you said a day, now we gotta post this on a Tuesday or Wednesday.
Oh, yeah,
Which
yeah,
is
yeah.
all good. We ain't tripping. It's all good though. We gotta put more content anyway. But
For
I hope
sure.
everybody's doing good out there. Life is beautiful. You know what I mean? We always do our shout outs to our sponsors, OPF for Shades, Frank Avenue Fitness. I feel like to give a shout out to my life, my family, all that good stuff. And you know what I mean? Oh, and make sure if you're not drinking the proper water, you got to get on your alkaline water hydration. The body 70% water. A lot of things I want to shout out, but it's better if I just put it in. You leave comments and all that good stuff. Mr. Brown, got anything you want to shout out,
Sure.
sir?
Yeah, yeah. No, I just want to give a shout out to my family as well too. Everyone supporting me, support my dreams as well, and I'm just super grateful to be here today. Looking forward for another wonderful podcast on this evening.
Man, that's what's up, man. Just letting you know you greatly appreciate it, brother. I appreciate the time that you take out of your busy life and schedule to assist, us on making this happen. For those of you who don't know, Gain Radio, gaining the access and insight necessary to succeed.
To succeed.
Gaining the access and insight necessary to succeed. You know what I mean? We're all about positive vibes, but we also want to make sure that y'all getting what we feel is our truth and go from there. Hopefully y'all could piggyback off of what we're saying. If you have any experience, positive, negative, whatever the case may be, if it's feedback, it's something. You know what I mean? So let us know. But on that note, we're gonna go ahead and get started. Today's topic is going to be pretty much how. And I'm gonna be careful how I say this topic. We can say how some illegal substances or some stuff that's illegal can actually help save your life. Ooh. Some substances that's illegal can actually help save your life. And I'm gonna start off by saying, I don't know if I want to say marijuana or THC, but marijuana or THC actually saved my life.
How to save your life, Mr. Frank. I mean, you got to get
Yes,
shit
sir.
on it.
First,
Yeah,
to lead
yeah,
up to that,
yeah, sure,
what are we
sure.
here? Back in the 60s and the 70s, what happened? Everybody was on the psychedelics. They told us marijuana was bad. They told us
Mhm.
LSD was bad. They told us everything to expand your mind was bad, which means they wanted to keep us in a trap, right? Now, when I'm saying they, I'm only saying they to be specific to you know, the I don't want to say the government, but I'm just saying they as a whole,
Yeah,
whoever's doing that stopped
yeah.
us, from expanding our mind and stuff like that is who I'm saying they. So I just want to
Hmm.
be clear when I say that.
Got you, got you, got you.
You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
what they found is that a lot of these substances, man, was
Mhm.
actually helping expand our minds, and things of that nature. And majority of medicinal things like medicines and all that stuff come from the earth.
Yeah.
The hemp seed, for example.
Very
Now,
true.
the
Very
hemp
true.
seed, we all call that, marijuana. Everybody relates the hemp seed to smoking. But America was actually built off the hemp seed, you know.
Really? Hmm.
It sure was. The hemp seed, bootlegging, which is alcohol, and tobacco. Yes. The reason
Okay.
why, yeah, because that's why the Kennedys became famous because of bootlegging. And that's why, yeah, all of America's grown up is corrupt. Now, the reason why I say
Yeah.
that, the hemp seed, that you can actually sew clothes. They used to actually make clothes out of hemp. You see, that's where the hemp seed come. And that's why you can see nowadays they're starting to use the hemp seed more often. You'll see
Yeah,
like
that's true.
sanitation bottles with hemp seed. Yeah, hemp wasn't bad. Hemp you used actually, so that's what America was actually brought off of. Yeah.
Mm.
Go ahead. You gonna say something?
Oh no, no, you're
Oh,
actually right. I don't know why I didn't think about this earlier. I actually got some hemp, for my mother and stuff, to kind
yeah.
of help her with her, any elements that she has going on and stuff. And it does, provide a lot of benefits for her. And I can tell she's more movement, more flexible, more, not so like all the tightness and stuff. You're more loose and
Right.
stuff. I agree.
Now I don't know the difference between CBD and hemp.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? I don't know if they're extracting the CBD from the hemp or whatever the case may be. I don't know if you're familiar with that. How does that work? Do you know?
That's such a good question.
Yeah,
Oh, I need to be able to look up on that so that way I can be able to explain it in a certain way and
yeah,
stuff. But they're in the same, like they're like brother and sister, in other words and
yeah,
stuff, you know. So they have the same components. They do provide the same benefits and stuff, maybe a little bit different and stuff.
yeah,
But other than that, they do, well, definitely provide a lot of great benefits for your life, overall life and stuff. So yeah.
yeah. See, anything I'm not sure about, I'm okay with saying I don't know because I don't know the
Mhm.
difference. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
with that. But I do know what the marijuana or the THC or the CBD, whatever the hell it was, has done for me.
Hmm.
Um, I give you an example, man. Um, I don't know, a few years ago, before the coronavirus hit, okay, I want to say it was either 16, 17, or 18, there was a
Yeah.
really bad flu going around. You know,
Hmm.
remember, it was so bad, they said, don't even bother coming to the hospital because you're not going to get in because it's so backed up. You're going to be waiting and they're not pretty much not going to let you in. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah, I vaguely do. I vaguely do. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a real bad flu. Now, this is another thing I don't understand. How come every time you get your goddamn flu shot, you get sick? Man, I got a flu shot one time in the Marine Corps, man. I was so sick for about 3 days. I vowed I would never take a flu shot. I'm like, why would you force yourself to get sick in order not to get sick?
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
I was like, man, this is just the dumbest thing I've ever done in my life. But
Yeah,
anyway,
well, yeah, well, they do that so that way they say so that way your body can become immune to it and stuff. So that way, if it does come around, your body will be more receptive to it. But I think everyone should be able to have their choice in that and stuff,
man, if you taking care of yourself properly, you're gonna avoid the sickness anyway. You know what
Hmm.
I mean? That's
Yeah,
like going around right now. That's like me injecting myself with snake venom in hopes that I might get bit.
yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? Or at least I might not get, just in case I get bit by this snake, at least I got the anti venom in me. It doesn't
uh,
make sense. You know what I mean? Like, come on, yo. You're going to do things to prevent getting sick or prevent going to freaking get bit by a snake, right? But then
yeah,
you would take extra care of yourself, like maybe take some alkaline silver, you know what I mean?
there
Some
you go.
things, some neem. Yo, I'm on some new stuff called neem, bro. I heard it from Guru. It's called
Yeah.
neem, dog. It's made in India. NEEM. You gotta get on it, bro. I took one this morning. Yo, crazy, dog. Crazy. Now I'm not gonna speak on what it
NEEM.
NEEM. I'm not gonna speak on what it does. To be honest with you, I forgot.
Yeah,
But
okay,
you
okay.
know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
you heard him say because somebody he had is interviewing him was like, yo, and I'm on my name and all that. He was like, oh, that is so good. You can only get that from South India. This helps you. And I take my name and I take it fresh. Right when he said that, bam, got on Amazon and ordered it. It didn't even take me. I was just like,
Really?
I ordered it, bro. It wasn't no hesitation, nothing.
Uh-huh,
I
uh-huh.
ordered it. She said it 2 days ago. I got it yesterday. You know what I mean? So I took it this morning. So
Wow, so is it like a pill or is it like a juice?
Mine came in capsule form, but there's an actual real leaf. One of his followers or whatever, actually goes and takes the real, thing, neem. But I'm gonna be honest, and I'm not freaking falsifying anything. I do feel a difference, man. I feel a
Hmm.
difference in how
Really?
mentally, just physically. I don't know, man. I feel whole. It's a difference. Now,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
just me. A lot of these pills are placebo, but
Yeah, yep, yep.
you know what I mean? I take a lot of vitamins, and hopefully one of these, podcasts, I'm gonna show you, kind of like the vitamins and stuff that I
Hmm.
take that I feel has been changing my life, man. And I'm
Yeah.
gonna be honest with this, man. Yo,
I
I
hope.
even got Botox, man. I got a little bit of Botox up here, bro. You know what I mean? I
Uh-huh.
got a little Botox. Yeah, it takes about 2, 3 weeks ago. Because hey, man, everybody wants to look younger nowadays, bro. We live in California, you know what I mean? So
All
I might
right,
as well
all
just
right.
I did, you know what I mean? I got like just 3 little shots over here. I just want to
Yeah.
see for one how my body will react to it. For two,
Hmm.
you always hear about it, you always see it, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And for
yeah.
three, yeah, man, I was a little concerned about the frown lines that I make, but sometimes naturally you just do that. And she said I
Yeah.
have natural frown lines, but she said, it just doesn't crack. She said, you're just probably overthinking it. But I'm like, yeah, you're on camera a lot. You don't want these freaking lines in your head. I said, I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, I'll just try. It's, hey, it's fun and we
Okay,
talk.
okay.
But I ain't afraid to say I did it. I did it. 2 weeks now. It should be seeing the outcome. And I'm not
Uh,
going to front. I did see maybe a little bit of outcome, but I've been using this like anti-aging cream. I forgot what it's called. It's
mhm.
yellow. It's like it's supposed to be the best in the market. And
Really?
I've been eating seaweed every day, dude. Eating
Oh,
seaweed every day,
seaweed. Okay,
bro.
okay.
Seaweed, dude. My skin just started glowing, dude. And of course, about 4 or 5 bottles of alkaline water. Um,
Yeah, yeah. I was actually looking up some of the stuff that you was talking about too, and like the neem and stuff and what it does.
yeah.
And there's another thing like that too. They say it's kind of similar to turmeric, but also sea moss. Have you heard of sea moss?
Bro, I got my sea moss too. I'm telling
You
you, dog.
do? You got that?
I got it in
Yeah.
a powder form. It's so nasty. It's
Hmm.
disgusting as hell. But I try to mix it with my shake, bro. That's what I'm telling you. We can have an episode of all the supplement stuff I take. All that stuff I got from listening to these holistic guys who's spiritual, and they'll drop a little tidbit here and there. Hey, I take this and that, and I just right when they say it, I order it. Spiral,
Yeah, yeah.
spirulino, you know what I mean? Sarsaparilla, you know what I mean? You name it. One of the girls, she had a problem taking turmeric and made her stomach upset. He said that's because you're not taking it the proper way. You
Yeah,
have
yeah.
to. There's a way you gotta take it. I'm like, damn, son.
Yeah, yeah, that's funny you said that because I heard like when you take turmeric, like the pills, like it doesn't really digest throughout the whole body the way it should be, versus if you have the powder and you sprinkle the powder on your food, it will digest in your body better than the capsule pills. But I mean, I still take them, the pills here and
Bro,
there. So
I'm here to tell you, and I'm gonna back you up on that because I'm not going front. Maybe about 3 weeks ago, man, I took a pill, and
mhm.
I had eaten, man. It was one of those things I had eaten shitty right before I went to sleep, like some Carl's Jr. or something. I get those binges sometimes, and
Yeah,
I
yeah,
had took a pill, and eating Carl's Jr. It's not the best for your stomach. I had woke up and hey, I had to take a shit, man. I freaking
yeah.
shit. How come the pill
Push
was
through.
in my shit, yo? I
Uh,
didn't digest the damn pill.
really? Oh wow.
Man, when I seen that, man, I'm like, you know what? These pills, bro, I'm gonna have to start breaking these capsules down or something, son. Like
Mm-hmm.
that was a little bit concerning for me. Yeah,
Wow, yeah.
but
Huh.
on that note, not drawing it straight from the story, man.
Mhm.
Um, what happened to me is when that flu was really bad, like I said, I was saying nobody go to the store, okay?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm sorry, nobody go to the hospital. So, you know what I mean? So I at the time was kind of taking like what do you call it? like you can call it like a water pill, okay?
Yeah, yeah.
And it's prescribed by the doctors, you know what I mean? And so what happened was that I was in a relationship at the time, and the person I was with, I believe, was in the nursing field.
Hmm.
Okay, now of course you with somebody in the nursing field, what you gonna believe what the hell they say? Because you believe they know what they're talking about. Am I
Yeah,
right?
yeah, sure, sure.
So this person that told me, hey, same thing. Hey, the hospitals are full. No point of going to the freaking hospital, man, because you're gonna be waiting in line. They're not really even accept anybody. You have to wait it out at least 6 days. And it was like I think
Yeah,
the maximum was like 6 days. We can't last resort go up there. And I'm like trying to freaking fight this thing. I'm like, all right, I'm listening to you, you're a nurse, whatever you
yeah,
say.
yeah, yeah.
But man, I'm sitting there trying to fight this thing, man. I'm like, God dang, dog, what is happening to me? Like I literally felt like I was dying.
Hmm.
And it's amazing how your body reacts to certain things, how it goes in natural survival mode. One thing
Hmm.
that was happening to me is that I just felt I had the urge to go in the sun. I'm
Hmm.
telling you, man, like my body was craving, I'm believing it was craving vitamin D. So what
Yeah.
happened is that I'm in the freaking house, chills and everything. I mean, it was to the point where I was sitting in the shower, fully clothed, sitting in a seat. I brought a seat in there and just with steaming hot water on
Oh
me just to
man.
get the steam because I was that cold, just freaking in me,
Hmm.
man. Like I know I was on my way out, and you hear later I was pretty much on my way out, man. So
Yeah,
then I
yeah,
would go
yeah.
out in the sun
Wow.
and lay on the concrete. I'm talking
Mhm.
about the concrete, bro, not even the grass. I would lay on the concrete to absorb more sun. And I just started feeling a little bit better here and there. My body was craving like the natural, like I said, it's amazing how your body naturally goes into survival mode. So I'm still taking these water pills and I'm just, losing water. I can't eat anything. And I'm not lying, bro. I literally didn't eat in 3 days. Not nothing, like not no
You don't have an
applesauce.
appetite at all?
No, I couldn't keep it down. I couldn't keep it down. It was worse. I had not only the coughing flu, I had a stomach flu. So I couldn't keep nothing down. And then she swore to me, nah, they ain't gonna let you in the hospital and all that stuff, man. So I'm like, man, you know what? It was just one of those things, bro. I had woke up. I said, you know what? I'm about to die. You know
Uh,
how you just feel you about to go on your way out, man. You know, I said, yo,
yeah,
I don't care what you gotta do. I couldn't walk. I crawled. I'm not that, bro. My right hand got. I crawled to the car, crawled
yeah,
to the Jeep, man. Outside, you know, when you sick like that, you don't care who looking at you, who give a
yeah,
damn,
yeah,
about
yeah,
you,
yeah.
whatever.
You
You
trying to
know,
get home?
you know what I mean? No, I
Yeah.
was at the house, but I crawled to my Jeep to the carport to get to the car.
Oh,
And I
okay.
know I had to get to the hospital.
Oh,
You
okay,
know what I
okay.
mean? Because you know, no matter how sick you are, you ain't trying to pay no $4,000 ambulance bill. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? You
Yeah.
go there, you
Let me
go there
suck
in
this
your
on
chest.
up. Let me try
You
and
got a
muscle
bullet
muscle
hole in
through
your
this.
head, bullet hole in your chest. You on your way. I'm like, you want me to call the ambulance?
Oh.
Ambulance? Hell,
Uh-huh. Matter of fact, I can make it now. I think I feel much better. I can manage.
I walked in the hospital like, man, you know what? I think I can make it. You start thinking about the hospital bills.
Uh-huh.
So that's exactly what I did. I crawled my ass to the Jeep, got in the
Mhm.
car, man. Mind you, it was like two something in the morning, whatever, whatever. I'm
Mm.
driving, I'm pulling over, throwing up because I'm that sick. I'm just, man, I'm hoping I get there. I had to drive from Ontario to Loma Linda. That's about a 30-minute drive right there. So I'm driving, stopping, pulling over, telling myself, just make it there, man. Just make it there. I freaking make it there, dude. I get to the freaking check-in. They was like, they looked at each other. They was like, after they checked me in, they looked at each other. They was like, sir, we
Yeah.
gotta get to the ICU immediately. And I'm like, what they was like, you about 2 or 3 hours of being completely out of here, bro. Like
Wow.
straight
Wow.
up, bro. Straight up. And I'm like, yo,
Man.
what the fuck? Dog, I had already lost in that 3 days, I had already lost like 22 pounds in like
And,
3 days.
and still to this day, you don't even know like what came upon you, like what you initially had and all that.
Tell you, dog. I'm gonna tell you. Look, check it out, bro. So they freaking yeah, they admit me in the ICU, man. I'm in
Mhm.
ICU, bro. Why they come in ICU with hazmat suits on, dog?
Uh-huh.
They come in there all hazmat. By then, I'm tripping, man. I'm like, yo, what the hell? What do I have, yo? Like, what is going
Yeah.
on here, man? Because I
Uh,
was shitting blood. I was throwing up blood. I was shitting blood. By that time, that's the really reason why I went. Because I knew when you throwing up blood and when you shitting blood and you ain't eating, that's a problem.
mm,
You know what I mean? I knew that was
yeah.
a serious
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah.
So,
You
and I
got
was
there right on
dry heaving,
time.
so I get there, they're in hazmat suits. I started shitting black. Like, it was pretty bad, man. That's when you're inside, you're out of here, dude. So,
Wow. And
yeah,
you
they
had no
freaking,
food in your stomach either because you couldn't hold nothing
nothing.
down.
Couldn't hold
So
nothing
yeah.
down, bro. So
Mm.
they freaking got me in ICU. They was like, yo, your freaking sodium levels are so low, pretty much you're gonna die. And I
Yeah.
was like, yo, I thought my sodium levels, I thought I had too much. You know what I mean? There was like, see, what happened was that because I was so sick, I was still taking the water pills, which was dehydrating me.
Yeah. Yeah.
So not only am I dehydrated, now I get the flu, so I can't keep nothing down. So it kills my potassium. I had no, and then when your potassium goes out low and you got no sodium in you, you're out. You die.
Mm.
Just like that, bro. So now they're telling me you got to eat something if you want to live.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't keep nothing down. They was like, bro, if you want to live, you got to eat
Mm.
something. Man, they started testing because I couldn't move. By that time, I was immobile. So I'm in the bed. They had a
Yeah. Yeah.
bucket for my shit. You know what I mean? I couldn't piss nothing. They put a colostomy bag on me, everything,
I
bro.
put a catheter and all that
Yeah,
on you.
I couldn't move, bro. I couldn't do shit. You know what I mean? It was like, if you don't eat, you're on your way out. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And I was just, and at that time, I had a lot of stuff going on in my life, man. I think I was going through something. I was trying to get my daughter, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this was like years ago. I was trying to get my daughter,
Sure. Sure.
and so I thought I had nothing to live for, man. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna front, dog. I felt like I had nothing to live for, man. So I knew I was on my way out, man. I knew it, and I
Yeah.
tried to eat. I just couldn't do it. And what happened was that I remember. I think it was a January 31st
Hmm.
court date for like mediation, man. And I remember just thinking to myself, man, I had a dream about her and I woke up and I was like, yo, bro, you can't die. You
Yeah.
gotta be here for your daughter, bro. You can't die. And I'm like, yeah, man. I'm sitting to myself as I'm like in
Uh,
semi-conscious and sleeping. Yeah. Because
yeah.
I know I'm on my way out and I'm telling myself this. And I'm like, yo, bro, I know you don't want to do it, dog, but you gotta do it, man. You gotta
Hmm.
do it. You gotta eat something, man. Like just do something, man.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna miss the mediation. And then by that time I had already missed the mediation. So I thought it was no, I was just like, it's no purpose. But I was like, no, at least you can still see her in life. And I was like, man, you know what? I started eating, bro. I gotta start eating. Man, I tried, couldn't do it. They brought me food. I was like, yeah, I pushed the button. I was like, let me try. Tried it, threw up blood, dog. Threw up blood. So I couldn't even, I was rejecting food. Then one thing hit me, dog.
Mhm.
One thing hit me. I swear to you, bro. I was like, and this is the thing. They thought I was eating the food, so they thought that what happened was that the person I was with at the time was coming to visit me. So every time she would come visit me, the food they would give me, she was eating the shit.
Oh, okay,
Yeah. So
okay.
they thinking I'm eating it and I'm still not getting better. So that's
Uh,
when they was like, dude, you're freaking, you're done, dude. Like you're done. Because they're taking tests after they think I'm eating. They're like, the food's gone, and they're like, dude, you're eating, you're still not getting better. Like,
yeah,
oh,
yeah.
dude, like, you know what I mean?
And I'm sure you wasn't getting a bowel movement and stuff. So,
Oh,
they
no, it was just black. It was just like water, like just water, black shit. Swear to God, bro. Like, just yeah. And they would come in there with hazmat suits to see me. Hazmat suits, the whole like COVID. Yeah, that's why I'm thinking like it could have been COVID before COVID even hit. You know what I
Mm.
mean? But you know, it was that severe. You know what I mean? Bro, hazmat suits in ICU for 2 weeks. I was, bro. That's what I'm saying. I was in my way. So what happened was that I had an epiphany, man. This is not my right hand of God. I even told my mom this story. She was like, she
Yeah,
had to go, dude. Something hit me, man. I said, man, what do I do normally when I need to eat? Like I said, this is years ago.
yeah, yeah,
And nigga, I get the goddamn munchies. You smoke a
yeah,
blick
yeah,
when you get goddamn
yeah. You gonna want to eat? Yeah.
munchies. And I it just hit me. I'm like, ding. And man,
Uh,
you want to see your daughter, bro? You need to smoke some weed. And I'm sitting there telling them, the nurses and everybody coming there, I'm like, yo, I know how I can eat. And I had a hope by then I'm getting like some self-preserved energy. I'm like trying to boost myself. I'm like, I know if you want me to live, you'll do this for me. And they're like, what? What? Get me some weed. Give
uh-huh.
me some weed. I swear to God, I'll eat. And they're like,
Uh-huh.
this is veterans, that's federal, we don't allow that, shit like that. I'm like, do you want me to live? And they were like,
Mm.
of course you want me to live. I was like, get me some weed.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
said, every
yeah.
time I eat weed, I get the munchies. Bro, they had to go through this protocol. They got this one doctor that came in there, the cancer doctor. They called the cancer doctor. They made phone calls. One of the dude came in. He said, so we heard that, that they told us if you take this, and they was like, well, that's federal. They was like, he said, but you know what? And I'm not going to front. It was a brother, man. He was a young brother.
Mm.
He was a new doctor. And he said, you know what, man? And I told him, I said, bro, because I got to see my daughter, man. I said, if I don't make it to court for this next day, I'm done. I'm a loser. He
Yeah,
said, yeah, you know what? I don't do this. This is against my protocol. And I'm not gonna tell you what doctor is, obviously. He
yeah,
said, but
yeah, yeah, yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah.
make a phone call to the cancer doctor and I'm
Uh-huh.
gonna see what I can do. I said, I'm telling you, if I
Uh-huh.
get that, I will live. And this is
Uh-huh.
I swear this is right here in the
I
guy,
would
man. True story.
say, yes.
Bro, like around two something in the morning, man. You know what I mean? Two something in the morning. They coming there, one person coming in with a hazmat suit with this little freaking medicine cup and one pill in there and sit the tip down. I'm like halfway, like dozing out. And I'm like, what is it? She said, that's it right there. Take the pill. And
Uh-huh.
I was like, it's in a pill for her? Okay. Nigga pop the pill, and I'm sitting there just like, all of a sudden, man, I started going, oh, wait a second.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Yo, can I get something to eat? It was like, sir, we're sorry. The chop house closed. Breakfast doesn't open up for another 2 or 3 hours. I'm like, eating in almost 2 weeks, yo. You gotta
Uh,
give me something to eat. I gotta. They was like,
yeah,
sir, we can't.
yeah.
There's nothing. I was like, you ain't got no crackers. You ain't got no juice. You ain't got nothing. And
Mm-mm.
now I'm looking around for all the food I gave away. I'm looking for crackers, juice, and I'm like, you
Something to
freaking, you
eat
gave
on.
all the food
Uh-huh.
away. I threw it away. So I'm looking
Wow.
for food. I'm pushing the button. And then she comes in. She's like, sir. I'm like, man, I don't want to hear that. I picked up something. I threw it at the door. She closed the door. Now, by then, I'm freaking hungry. I'm starving at this point because now I got an
Mm.
appetite, So
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
throwing shit. I'm pushing the button. I was like, somebody give me some. They got some other nurses there. I was like, we can't give you juice because you're not even supposed to have it. We can't give you water because I couldn't drink none. I was on like just ice. They was like, the only thing we can give you is ice. I'm like, bullshit. Hell no.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's the only thing they can get. If they would have gave me some, because I was rejecting food. If they
Yeah,
would have
yeah.
gave me some and I would have got sick, they could have got in trouble. So they couldn't break the
Oh,
protocol for that. Yeah,
oh, CSA one,
yeah.
you know. Yeah,
But yeah,
yeah.
if they would have went to the child and got me something to eat, and I would have got even more sick, and if something would have really happened to me, that was it. If there
Yeah.
was no orders, only give me ice. Only thing I didn't have was ice. So I'm sitting there starving, throwing shit, and I had to wait to like four. By then I'm agitated and irritated because it kicked in,
Ah,
bro. So then I had to wait till like four. So they finally bring me some breakfast. Man, I just started as much as I could. I just started. I didn't have a full appetite, but I ate something, man. You know what I mean? And it made a difference. And I'm like, dude, I needed like a couple more days before I think I had the hearing or something like that. And I'm
yeah.
like, yo. And then they seen the difference. I was like, I told you I'll start eating. I told you. And they was like, okay. Now, mind you, in order for my sodium, I believe, now don't quote me on these numbers, my sodium was at like a 113 or
Mm-hmm.
something. The normal level was like 130. And I needed to get it, and then I needed to get it from a 113. I needed to get it to 130 in order to get out the hospital, in order to go.
Mm,
So I started eating a little bit, and then I had my court date was like the next 2 days, and I'm like, so I'm eating. I was like, yeah, you're eating, but it's only at 123. We can't let you out. Like it's still not going up because I started eating. I didn't have a complete. That was and I was like, it's still not going up. I was like, sir, you got to understand. If I miss this court date, I might not get to see my daughter, dude. You got to
yeah,
do
yeah,
something.
yeah.
So he pulled some strings, man. He got me out of the ICU because I was still in the ICU. And they got
Wow.
me to like, the right before you get released, like another room, like down there before you get released. So they
Sure,
put me in
sure.
that waiting room just to see if my salt levels would go back up.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm trying to eat as much as I can. And he was like, he went down there, man, and he's like, man, Mr. Abney is only at 123. It went up a little bit, but it's not at the level we can release you at. And I said, man, if you don't release me, dude, I
Uh,
can lose my daughter. I said, do you have kids on? He was like, I just got married. Because he was a young brother. He was like, I just got married, just had done. He said, I understand how you feel. And I was like,
yeah,
sir,
yeah.
I said, I will not die. I said, right after this, I will go get me the highest sodium meal there is. Just you
Mm-hmm.
gotta let me go, man.
Yep.
Not gonna say what he did or whatever. In about a few hours or something, man, they was like, sir, I don't know how you on your way up, but they're gonna release you. You got a ride and all that? Swear to God, bro. Call up my mom,
Uh,
bro. I'm like, couldn't even walk. Dude, I lost 36 pounds.
oh my
I
goodness.
lost 36 pounds, bro. Man,
Man.
so I'm getting my ride. The first thing I wanted to do, you're so crazy. The
Mhm.
first thing I wanted to do was get a haircut. Then
Yeah.
after my haircut, on the way there, I had to get that because I had to eat the sodium. So
Uh,
the highest sodium content meal I could think of was Wingstop with the fries, man. So
yeah.
then
Woo.
with the Wingstop, dude, and I'm sitting right before I get in the barber chair. I'm crawling. I had to get help. Like the nurse was helping me. I couldn't walk straight, and I'm sitting there in the car eating like a couple Wingstops and like some French fries, and I'm sitting in the barber chair just and my barber couldn't believe it. That was Mark actually. He
Oh
been
yeah, yeah,
right
yeah.
there, man. He couldn't believe he was almost in tears to see me like that, man. Because I'm like, like this, and them see me like just frail and not being able to
Mhm.
almost on my way out. You know what I mean? And I was still wasn't 100%. I was probably like 60%.
Yeah,
So
yeah. You
freaking
remember how much you weighed at the time? Or you said you lost about
oh,
36
dude,
pounds. So
man, I was so frail. I don't even remember, bro.
uh,
I was just a toothpick, dude. So I
yeah.
went home, and then obviously she had to take care of that. So I'm just sitting there trying to nurse myself. I'm crawling, but I just kept telling myself,
Mm.
"You gotta make it to that freaking. You gotta make it to that, man. Your daughter,
Yeah,
man." And
yeah, yeah.
lo and behold, like that next day or whatever the case may be, this
Mm.
is so crazy, dude. I think I had missed it by a day because I just couldn't physically make it. And when we had another court date, I get there, man. I was like, yeah, I showed him the paperwork, everything. Well, actually, I brought the paperwork. And I was like, yeah, I couldn't make it, because I was on my way out of here, man. I was, about to die. I couldn't make it to the mediation. You know what this dude told me?
Uh,
He said, man, I wouldn't care if you would have died. You never miss mediation.
what?
On my life, yes, on my life.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna leave that at that. Low, obviously I got my daughter and shit, everything right now.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
that's what I had to go through. But that's how
man.
marijuana helped save my life. Well, when they
Mm-hmm.
say marijuana, whatever pill that was THC, I'm assuming that's
Mm-hmm.
THC,
Mm-hmm.
CBD. Like I said, I don't know if that's THC, CBD, whatever. But
Yeah.
that pill that they gave me
Uh-huh. Saved
saved
you.
my life.
Wow, wow. What an
You
incredible
see,
story, man. I mean,
so
that's
then, so
uh-huh.
how could you really define on what's good and what's bad? How can you tell
Mhm.
somebody that something that saved their life is now bad for them? Good luck
Yeah,
with that.
yeah, yeah. Incredible.
Good luck with that.
Yeah,
Good
yeah.
luck with that. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh. I
Crazy.
mean, I've also heard people who have like a lot of epileptic, what do you call it, seizures?
Epilepsy, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That brings it all down and stuff. They
Now, is it CBD or is it flower?
I believe I've
THC.
seen in some cases both, but to really bring something like, at least from what I've seen, people who have a lot of trembling and stuff like that,
Yeah.
they're going to need something more, a little bit more heavier with the THC that's able to just calm their nerves immediately and stuff. I've even
Well,
seen it even sometimes in kids and stuff who have those certain uh, issues that they're going through in school and whatever. And some parents, I mean, some schools don't believe in it and everything like that. But the parents said, "Look, at my child is able to function now. My child is able to do their work. They're calm. They're not so moving around every 5 seconds of the day and stuff." So, but I
okay,
mean, like you said,
CBD, THC, flower, or what? Because I
yeah,
know kids obviously can't consume flower.
yeah. No, well, they gave it to them. This was a case I saw in the news where I think she was giving them like edibles and stuff, like small amounts, like not like no.
Doses, like small doses, right?
Yeah, yeah, not like no 50 milligrams because no, the kid be somewhere else, but
Raw
like
of edibles, really?
very, very small amount. I've seen it. Yeah. And the
Uh-uh.
child was more calmer, relaxed, and everything. I've seen it. It's and like I said, it goes back to what you're saying. Who's to say that who's right, who's wrong, and stuff. Now she's able to manage her child. Now she's able to do whatever she needs and stuff.
Okay. Well, and this is interesting because on the other hand, would you give it to your child?
Oh,
You
yeah,
see what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah,
You
yeah,
see? So
yeah.
that's why it's like, yeah,
Uh-huh. But then again, we've never been in her situation and stuff. We've
Right,
never probably
right.
experienced, our children has never have had those traumatic episodes and stuff. Like this child was having several episodes on a
Yeah,
consistent basis and stuff. And she had tried all the alternatives and stuff. Just like your
yeah,
situation, the doctor tried all the alternatives and stuff.
yeah,
But
yeah.
when you knew what you needed to help work for you and stuff, and so this mother was like, yeah, she was skeptical at first too, but at the end of the day, it worked out for her and stuff. It's like people have to be in your shoes for them to experience that.
Yeah, it's there,
So,
bro. You couldn't have said that much better, man. That was so well
mhm,
put because again, it goes back to somebody telling me that marijuana or weed is bad when that literally that was the specific reason why I'm sitting here today. You know what I
mhm.
mean? It's because I
Yeah,
took that pill, bro. It
that's a
helped me.
powerful story, man.
You know what I mean? Nothing more, nothing less. It was because of that pill. Now I'm gonna even take it a step further. This has nothing to do with my belief, nothing like that. But I'm just gonna put it out there because I just think it's super interesting. I'm gonna put it out there. At that moment, I don't even know what I should say. I don't even know what to say. At that moment, if somebody would have said, "Do you want God or do you want this pill?" Which one do you think I would have chose?
Well, sometimes I guess if you look at it like this, well, you can get closer. Yeah, yeah. I have so many things how I can come about that too, though. But yeah, yeah.
For a second. Close your nose and hold your breath for about 10 seconds and see if you want God or you want some air.
Uh-huh.
What? You see
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like I
yeah.
said, I'm not saying that has anything to do with my beliefs or something, anything like that. Just to
Mhm.
put that out there, I'm just saying that at the moment, your wants can change at any moment. So you never say what you really can't say, what you won't do, or what you can't do, or what you never. Because truth is
Yeah.
dealt with in the moment.
Okay, I got something for you. So then that goes in that moment, and that you can look at it like this. That comes at Maslow hierarchy, whatever. What is the thing
Yeah,
again?
the Maslow hierarchy.
Yeah, survival. What is the food?
Right, right. Food,
Then
oh,
work your way up.
but it's the truth.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
is the absolute truth. At that moment,
Hmm.
and I'm not gonna put it, I'm not gonna say God, but at that moment, I'm gonna use another source now. If that moment, if somebody said, I'll give you $1 billion or this pill,
Hmm.
you know what I mean? Which
Yeah,
would you take?
yeah,
You
that would
know,
be. Hmm.
it depends on, the value of, you see how the value of things can go different. And that's why I'm here to say, I know it's off the subject, but that's why I'm here to say all this stuff is BS.
Hmm.
Everything is fake. All
Yeah,
this stuff
yeah.
that we made up, it's fake. It's false reality. It's the same thing if you tell the most racist person in the world, I don't give a damn if he's the head of the KKK. If you tell this son of a gun, bro, I'll give you, you didn't gotta say $1 million. I'll give you $150,000 if you
Uh,
have sex with this black woman, or if you walk down the street with this black man and make a drug deal.
yeah,
Oh
yeah.
man, it ain't got nothing to do with races. It ain't got nothing to do with none of that. We put
Yeah,
some stipulations on that stuff, man. We
for
put that
sure.
stuff. You know what I mean? Bottom line is this, and that's why they do it in jail. It ain't really got no done. Of course, they stick in jail to race to stick, preserve their who they identify with. But bottom
Mhm.
line, blacks doing drug deals with whites, whites doing drugs with Mexicans, Mexicans doing. That's the bottom line, bro.
For
What
sure.
happened to the most? Oh, it's racist. Well, get the truth is dealt with in the moment. When it's
That's
that
right.
yield for you, you gonna do it regardless. And that's
Hmm.
the sense of with everything, bro.
Yeah,
Like I said,
yeah.
I'm gonna ask you that question again. At that moment, what's more important? What would have been more important? God or that pill?
Yeah, yeah. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I get you, man. Yeah.
You know? Almost like
Yeah.
that Eric Thomas motivational speech. Have you heard it?
Mm.
It's like if you want to be successful as bad as you want to breathe.
Oh yeah, yeah. I heard that one. Yeah,
You
yeah.
heard that one, right?
Hmm.
How the story goes, you know what I mean? This guy wakes up in the morning,
Yeah.
he want to be successful so bad, he goes to see the guru, right? And the guru's
Hmm.
like, okay, you want to be successful? Show up at 2 or 3 in the morning. You know what I mean? For those of you who haven't heard this story,
Hmm.
don't show up at 2 or 3 in the morning dressed up in a full suit. They come meet me out here by the beach. And the dude is like, 2 or 3 in the morning at the beach? This man is going to be, you to be successful? Yo, let me try. So the dude come to the beach, meet the guru at Newport Beach, yo. Newport Beach. This is a true story. You know what I mean?
Okay.
He meets him at Newport Beach with a suit on, yo. At 2 or 3 in the morning, he meets the guru. The guru's at the beach and he's like, yo, man, I can see you taking this a little bit serious. All right. Okay, I'll see you. I'll see you. Now, you know what I want you to do? Dude's like, man, whatever it is, guru, let me know. I do it. He's
Mhm.
like, I want you to come walk out here in the water with me. Like, yo, you have me put a suit on at 2 in the morning to come out in this freezing cold water for you to tell me to walk out in the ocean with you.
Mm,
Yeah,
mm,
okay, good. That's what you be successful. I'm gonna do it, man. I'm gonna listen to you. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. So then
yeah.
the dude starts walking out in the ocean. You know what I mean? He's walking. He's going deeper and deeper.
Mhm.
The dude still walking with him, and he looking at the dude like, okay. The dude looking at him like, yo, he getting up to his neck, right? He looking at the dude like, damn. Dude's like, keep walking. You just
Mhm.
keep going. By
Keep going.
that time, you can hold it down. He
Mhm.
holds it down. Dude's on his well. He like what?
Yeah.
He's right on the left. He takes the guru hit him. He lifts his head up. He lifts
Mm,
his head. What do you want to do at that moment? He like, man, what do you want more than anything at that moment?
uh-huh. I wanna
I
breathe.
wanted to breathe. I wanted to breathe.
That's right.
That guru said, exactly.
Mhm.
When you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful.
Mm.
He said,
That's deep.
God dang.
Yeah, yeah.
God dang, man.
Powerful,
And
powerful, brother, man.
bro, that story, dude, and I'm gonna tell you why I know that story in the back of my head. Because I was at I used to manage, LA Fitness, a training manager, man. And in the fitness industry, every single day, bro, it's 10 times, in my opinion, worse than car sales because you're selling training, dude.
Yeah,
You're selling
yeah.
$4,000, $5,000 packages in personal training. You got to convince somebody while they're doing cardio can be physically fit or whatever that what they're doing isn't the correct thing and what you have is right. Then
Mm.
get this: you're not even the person training them. So now you have to convince them that what they're doing is not proper, and to convince them to work with a trainer that might not even be there. So they're going to fork out $4,000 in a pay plan to work with a trainer that might not even be there. That they're in hopes that they're going to work. So you have to paint the dream unimaginable for them to
Yeah,
spend that
yeah.
amount of money. You
Mm.
know what I mean?
Mm.
And um, oh yeah, and the reason why I'm saying the story is because so what happened was that it was a time where, of course, I've always been successful in LA Fitness. Nobody's a manager at the same place for a certain long time and stay. But
Mm.
at that time, I remember I just was. I think it was on February or something like that. So I can remember, it's going. So what happens is that when January hits in the gym industry, it goes up because everybody, the fitness goals, go up. They want to get New Year's resolutions and all that. It come by February. It's a trend. It happens every single year, every time. It kind of goes down. But at that time, I think again, I was dealing with again another something with my daughter, custody battle. Again, this is when I was, working and stuff like that. So I was
Yeah.
a little bit down. Now, mind you, I was one of the ones that would get a deal every day and I would leave early. So I never had any issues. But at that time, man, I was going through something, man, and I just wasn't motivated. I just wasn't motivated, man. I just was in a slump. I didn't see myself going farther than that job. I was just like, man, you know what? I'm just done, man. And one of my buddies there, man, I can say his name was Jose. He was the general manager of the sales part, and I was, the manager of the training thing. And you kind of got to work together, man, so you get close with these people. So he was like, man, and I'll say it now. He was like, yo, let's go get a drink.
Mhm.
So I was like, cool, man. So we hop in the car. Now at that time, I have never listened to any motivational videos, never listened to anything. I didn't believe in it. I thought it was all hype. I thought it was fake.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
we go on. I remember we get. I never forget, man. We go down Golden Springs and we go get some. We stop at a liquor store and we get some pale ale beer. You know what I mean? Pop it up and it was nasty as hell. It's one of those ones with the devil on it and shit. So I pop it up and you know what I mean? Like we drink it. And then he put on. He's like, man, my brother listened to this motivational thing, man. Man, he put it on, man. It was by Nate Diaz, and that motivational speech came up, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Yo, it was February 16th of 2016.
Mhm, mhm.
That's how I remember the day, yo. I
Wow.
remember the day because that's how important it was to me. At 6:03 p.m., I remember getting out the car, and he was like looking at me, and that when I heard it, something just hit me. And he looking at me, and he thinking because I was a jokester back then, and he looking at me like, "Oh man, you don't take this shit seriously." I was like, "No, dude, you just changed my life." He's like, "Man, my brother gave me this shit, man." I was like, "Nah, Jose, you don't understand what this video has done to me,
Yeah, yeah.
man." So, I get out the car, I thank him, right? I'm like, "Yo, bro, this shit," and he's still thinking I'm joking, man. That next day, yo, why did I? You know what I mean? Why did I
Yeah.
not even come to work early? Like I would always come like around 6, 7. That way, yeah, I can work out and get it. I
Yeah.
got there at 6 a.m. and then I realized something. I said the only difference why I'm not where I want to be at is because of me. I'm not trying to succeed as bad as I want to breathe.
Mm.
Yo, why
Mm.
am I freaking because what happens is that on a lunch break, you get a lunch break from 1 to 4 because you're there from 9 to 9. So from 1 to 4, normally what people do is go eat lunch. They're tired. They come back from lunch. They're all sluggish. They got to sit in a conference call. You don't feel like getting up and even moving, let alone selling some training and have to show people shit. So, but one thing I knew is that that's what everybody was doing was sitting on their ass
Mm.
because it wasn't just me that was in a slump. It was the whole industry. It was the whole fitness industry that was in a slump at that time. You know what I mean? It was everybody was just in a slump. But this is what happened. So I noticed every time after the conference calls, everybody be like, "Ah, yeah," they said, and I noticed the red lights were still on the call, which means that these motherfuckers were still sitting at their desks. That means they wasn't doing nothing. And the reason why I know is because I was one of them motherfuckers. You
Yeah,
come back
yeah,
from lunch, you just want to sit there and chill, act like you're making phone calls for the afternoon, whatever, whatever. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
I
yeah.
said, I'm gonna change something. Instead
Mhm.
of me sitting there making a phone call like everybody else on seeing the red buttons, I said, just do a 1% different. If you just give 1% effort than anybody else, I guarantee you'll be successful.
Yeah, so
That's
true.
like just one more percent effort. There's something in the book called Think and Grow Rich that my mentor Ray Joyner recommended. Sex
Yeah,
transmutation.
yeah, yeah. And I apologize. I'm sorry. I
Go
gotta
ahead, man.
run. I'm so sorry. I gotta go.
Oh man, no,
Yeah.
bro. We gonna
We gotta
let you
continue
go,
this
but
though.
we gonna continue this at another
Yeah,
time. My bad.
it's okay.
Freaking Gaines Radio.
Yeah,
Holla at your boy. Give us some information, some input.
mhm.
My bad. Hopefully, y'all get to hear the end of the rest of this story. If y'all want to hear it, hit us
Yeah,
up,
you
DM,
will.
whatever, whatever. Holla at your boys. Frank, Abney, Phillips, Mr. Brown, got anything you want to say before we get out of here?
No, powerful story, man. You motivated me as well today, man. Thank you for sharing those powerful stories, man. I'm looking forward to continuing this on the next one.
Yes,
Yes,
sir. Holla at your boys. Frank Abney Fitness. Love you, sir. See you later. Have a great, prosperous day for y'all out there. Y'all will see us later. Check us later. Yeah.
yes, sir. All right.